Shalom, brothers and sisters. I hope everyone is doing well. I was going to do another reading from one of Lou White's books. He is amazing. He has his own YouTube channel and his own website, and a lot of these books have a lot of great information in them. And I'm going to share some of it with you guys today. I am on page 206 if you guys have the book. I have the 12th edition. Today I'm going to read a little bit about immersion and Dawid not being in heaven as a question. It's put as a question. I will start from the beginning of this. Paul and circumcision. One of Paul's biggest challenges came from those Nazarene who insisted on circumcising adult Gentiles. Those who reject or misunderstand Paul sometimes force ritual circumcision on new converts. When Nazarene discuss these kinds of issues, I like to bear in mind that while there is an ideal and goal in all of Yahuwah's wonderful teachings, our love has to remain the foremost goal, the most important goal. Achieving absolute perfection and not having love. We are doomed to fail. Our love is the real test. And by measure, we judge. We will be judged. Love is a verb, an action word, not a feeling. The thief who died next to Yahusha was accepted because he had a change of thinking. Circumcision is an eternal covenant sign. It is related to land inheritance, but not eternal life. Our immersion in the name of Yahusha, who we covenant with, has become our circumcision. We engraft into the vine of Yahusha. It is a pledge of a good conscience toward Yahuwah, Paul states. Paul states it very well. In him you were also circumcised in the putting off of the sinful nature. Not with a circumcision done by the hands of men, but with a circumcision done by Mashiach, or Messiah, having been buried with him in immersion or baptism, and raised with him through your faith in the power of Yahuwah, who raised him from the dead. Colossians 2:11 and through 12. Immersion represents our circumcision by Yahusha, the living word. The main issue of the council recorded at Acts 15 regarding Gentiles turning to Yahuwah involved the controversy of fleshly circumcision, and the decision reached remains unclear even to Nazarene today, to many Nazarene today. Those who believe and are immersed will be delivered. So you can immerse yourself and you can be delivered in the name of Yahusha. Don't let anyone tell you different. The main issue of the council recorded at Acts 15 regarding Gentiles turning to Yahuwah involved controversy. Says, okay, those who believe and are immersed will be delivered. Yahusha didn't include fleshly circumcision here. So an adult Gentile can become a Yehudi without a fleshly circumcision. Is the sign oath of the eternal covenant circumcision, or the Shabbat. Is the sign of the eternal covenant circumcision, or the Shabbat. Yahusha circumcises our hearts so we can walk in the Spirit. Obeying the Torah willingly as an obedient servant. Ephesians 2:11 discusses how obeying the Torah willingly as an obedient servant. Ephesians 2:11 discusses how the dividing wall between believing Gentiles and the circumcised is abolished. Romans 3:28 and 29 states, a man is not a Yehudi, and then in parentheses, Jew, if he is only one outwardly circumcision, nor is circumcision merely outward and physical. No, a man is a Yehudi is if he is one inwardly, which is in your heart, and physical. And written code, such a man prays is not from, okay, and circumcision is circumcision of the heart, by the Spirit, not by the written code. Such a man's praise is not from men, but from Elohim, from Yahuwah. Romans 3:30 states that Yahuwah will testify the circumcised by faith and the uncircumcised through that same faith. Romans 4 explains more about this. Circumcision is and always has been an issue of controversy among Nazarene. Belief, trust in Yahusha's redemptive blood makes us children of Abraham, who was justified even before he was circumcised. All believers who have been circumcised by the sword of the Spirit in their hearts are children of Yahuwah. We are unable to perfect or improve what Yahusha has already done. What he has made was perfect and always has been perfect until a lot of people tried to ruin it. Manifestation of Yahusha. They will look upon me, the one they have pierced, and they will mourn for him, as one mourns for an only child, and grieve bitterly for him, as one grieves for the firstborn son. Zechariah 12:10. The Son is the radiance of Elohim's esteem and the exact representation of his being, sustaining all things by powerful word. Hebrews 1:3. Many words can be written to counter the above, but they will never change their meaning. The secret is withheld, being veiled to those who cannot accept that the husband had to die to end the covenant. Romans 7:2, Hebrews 9:15 through 17. If Yahusha were not who he is, he could not possibly alter or amend any former covenant made by Yahuwah. Even to this day, when Moshe is read, a veil covers their hearts. But whenever anyone turns to Yahuwah, the veil is taken away. Now Yahuwah is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of Yahuwah is, there is freedom. 2 Corinthians 3:15 through 17. Who, being in very nature Elohim, did not consider equality with Elohim something to be grasped, but made himself nothing, taking the very nature of a servant, being made in human likeness, and being found in appearance as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient to death, even death as Hayats, the tree. Philippians 2:6 through 8. Nas, pole or stake in Hebrew. He is the image of the invisible Elohim, the firstborn over all creation. Colossians 1:15. There is no creature able to take this attribute upon itself. Certainly not Michael, one of the Malachim. The veil has been removed from some of us, but remember that the thief who died next to Yahusha didn't have to know a great deal, and our defining attribute must be love. Where there is contention and strife over what we believe, we don't exhibit love. If we who believe Yahusha is Yahuwah are to be cast out as idolaters, then we were misled by many scriptures. He is wonderful, Counselor, Everlasting Father, Mighty All. Sar Shalom, Al Alion, Al Shaddai, Yahuwah Zedeknu, and maker of all things seen and unseen. He appeared to Abraham. He walked with Canok. Adam spoke face to face with Moshe and wrestled with Jacob, and he died for me, his pitiful servant. He did this for each of us and wants to save each of us. Who will accept him? By writing his Torah on our hearts. His resurrection is the central focus of all history. When death was swallowed up, and by faith in this, we all can have his life. He is the resurrection and the life. Dawid is not in heaven? Question. I'm going to read a little more. Paul says to be absent from the body, but to be present with Yahuwah after death. The very next thing you will know will be awakening and being with Yahusha. I may only differ from some of the passage of time, but we can easily see that Acts 2:34 clearly says, "For Dawid did not ascend into the heavens," or the Shamayim. And we also read that no one ascended into the heavens, or the Shamayim, except one who descended. So Dawid is not yet with Yahusha, but sleeps in the grave, awaiting his resurrection. Daniel was told many of those who sleep in the dust of the earth will wake up, 12:2. He was also told to go his way to the end and rest, and he would rise to his lot at the end of days. The thief who died next to Yahusha was told, "I tell you today, you will be with me in paradise." See the comma? The thief is waiting his resurrection. He is awaiting his resurrection. Misinterpretations by translators cause ambiguity and conflicts. Wisdom is to be found where there are many counselors, and 2 or more witnesses are necessary to provide evidence of truth. Each of us, the congregation, participates in getting people converted to the truth. We are all involved in teaching, immersing, correcting, training, guiding, planting, and watering. You are slaves, servants of the one whom you obey. Romans 6:16. A foolish people have spurned your name. Psalms 74:18. And then there's more about scattered tribes became nations, but I can read more of that to you guys later. I kind of lost my spot where I was. My bookmark fell out. This is an amazing book. You guys should look for it on fossilizedcustoms.com or amazon.com. I don't get paid for advertisement. I just, these are my friends. They're my family. They're my Nazarene family, and I love them all. They're amazing people, and you should watch their videos on YouTube. End Times Watchmen, Lou White, New Breed, Till the World Ends, and there's a few others that are really good as well. And I can give you some links in the description. But I hope everyone has a great Shabbat, and I will talk to you guys later. Shalom and blessings, beloved.